The next sessions should be Professor Leila bin Hammam. She will chairing the next session, and the next sessions its name is EdTech and FinTech shaping the future of learning and finance. Is Dr. Leila there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes,
Salam.
go ahead and take. Alaykum assalam. تفضلي.
Okay, we will start with Dr. Rania Sultan. I don't know if she's there. She is a medical microbiology assistant professor at King Abdulaziz University. So would you please, Dr. Rania, start your speech? And thank you.
Yes, hi. I would like to thank you, Dr. Leila and Dr. Hanadi Mubaraki, for introducing me. I would like to thank Dr. Leila Al-Harbi as well for this place to talk about my innovation. I would like to share, first of all, the innovations presentation, if it's possible to do that.
You can share your PowerPoint. Now we're seeing your screen. If you make a double click and enlarge it.
Trying to share with it, but
you will see green bottom. You will see green bottom. Share.
Please, would share it again.
I think she's sharing her screen. So just open your presentation and start.
I shared it already, I think.
We see your screen. Just if you share, we will see the presentation.
Yes. Is it okay now? I shared it already. Is it clear?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it is not in presentation mode.
Correct.
Now? How about now? طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الخلق. I would like to first talk about my innovation in the elimination of hospital-acquired infection of antimicrobial resistant using AI-enhanced hardware device. My name is Rania Sultan. I'm assistant professor at King Abdulaziz University and the owner of the flow shop for producing health food and probiotics food and drinks products. First of all, let me give you a summary of the history of antibiotics. As we know that the first antibiotics is by 1928 signed by scientist Alexander Fleming discovered the first antibiotics, penicillin, which revolutionized medicine and saved millions of lives. After that, on the World War II, antibiotics became widely available, significantly reduced death from bacterial infections. After the many uses of different types of antibiotics and different classes of antibiotics, over time, the misuse and overuse of antibiotics led to the emergence of drug-resistant bacteria, such as methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, Carbamnums enterococci, which creating a global health challenge. Let me first highlight the meaning of multi-resistant bacteria initiated by MADR, or we could call it antimicrobial resistant hammer, present a critical public health challenge in Saudi Arabia and globally, with significant implication for the healthcare system. The prevalence of multi-drug resistant organisms such as MRSA or extended spectrum beta-lactamase producing Enterobacteriaceae, vancomycin resistant Enterococci, and Carbamnum resistant Acinetobacter baumannii underscores the need for a robust strategy to mitigate their impact. I would like to highlight that by 2020, we suffered from COVID, which killed about 1.9 million people, and it was marked to cut that off. But what we didn't realize that 1 year before, in 2019, MDR killed about 1.3 million people, and no one noticed that. In the future risk, if no action is taken, death attributable to antimicrobial resistance could reach 10 million per year by 2050, surpassing death caused by cancer. So as you see here in the screen, the global problem or the challenge of MDR, it's about by numbers, the drug-resistant infection every year about 2.8 million, reached now by 2.8. About more than 700,000 deaths every year, and every 11 minutes, one person dies due to MDR. And the healthcare cost about $100 billion. These infections, due to this infection, exceed globally. The key health, as example, I'm giving you in Saudi Arabia, what's happening here is the hospital-acquired infection suffering, and they have increasing prevalence in the hospital and healthcare system due to MDR. Antibiotic resistance also is being increasing due to MRSA and CRA. The high infection rates, the study shown the incidence of these type of MDRs in the hospital is among the highest was MRSA and carbamazepine-resistant enterococci, as you've been seeing in the pie chart here. It's exceeding the 35%, which is the more vulnerable it's for ICU patients, and this is make them, and due to this problem, they stay longer in the hospital due to the acquired infection, and the increased healthcare burden also affect the economic cost. It's about Saudi Arabia. It's costly due to this MRSA and carbamazepine-resistant enterococci hospital acquired. They cost 3.75 billion Saudi riyal annually. And also due to this increasing high mortality rates, it's been detective. It's about 30 to 50% compared to patients without this infection. The launching of my invention usually is in this golden age. It's a novel treatment for eliminating MDR bacteria. This groundbreaking therapy bids farewell to the Alexander Fleming era, to traditional antibiotics, ushering in advanced treatment using artificial intelligence, vibration frequency, and red and infrared lights. I would like, first of all, to talk about my invention. In summary, we know that bacteria is stimulating with the environments, and one of their stimulating that they react with our talk, our words, and the different types of lights, and they are responding by sensing quorum. They usually producing chemical signals by communicating together and releasing and detecting chemical signals. They call it auto-inducers, allowing them to coordinate actions, and they respond to specific light and different type of words and sound frequency, enabling them enabling technology like my one of the technology is my invention, photodynamic therapy, to disrupt the behavior and make them more vulnerable to treatments. This is me in the laboratory trials exposing the antimicrobial bacteria to red light, and doing and saying some words with different words I use. And on the left side, as you see here, the result before and after. On the right plate was the resistant of Cyanidobacter baumannii, and after my words and the red light, as you've seen, no bacteria around the antibiotics, and the bacteria has responded while before was resistant. I call the technical device InfectiSafe, which is a revolutionary solution, which is device patent and registered with the US Patent Office by Abu Ghazala office. It uses innovative technology capable of saving millions of lives and cutting healthcare costs. This technology is built and behind the InfectiSafe is, as you see, is having 3 stages or 3 components. One of them is photodynamic therapy. It's the PDD, the red light, to stimulate reactive oxygen species that destroy bacterial cells. And all we know the effective of the red light to penetrate the bacteria, and there's many scientific papers talking about the PDT. The acoustic frequency vibration, they cause disruption in the bacterial cell wall, increasing the effectiveness of antibiotic. And the third is artificial intelligence, where is analyzes infection data in real time and adjusts treatment dynamically to improve outcomes. The technology in the initial words is DCP, that means components of diagnosis, cure, and prevention, uses AI to combat MDR in both community and healthcare setting by using light and sounds, tweaking bacterial cell membrane. Antibiotics then effectively treat the patient. Our licensed rapid test kits identify bacteria first of all, allowing the device to calibrate light and sound frequency remotely, and results are sent to doctors via telemedicine for antibiotic delivery within 30 minutes.
Doctora, 1 minute to
Okay, the solution will be reduces infection, disrupt the cell membrane, and real-time diagnosis. Here is would like to show you the how technical device can work and penetrate easily with the red light, and how this can penetrate with the sound and go to the inflammation directly. I think the videos is not working here. The InfectiSafe is going aligned with Saudi Vision 2030 to improving healthcare quality, reducing hospital stay, lowering health care costs, decreasing antibiotic dependency, fighting drug resistance, achieving health sustainability, reducing hospital acquired by reducing infection rates, decreasing hospital stay, improving patient outcomes. Here I put some videos to show how the economic impact by saving around 3.7 million, which reduction in 50% in cost, improving hospital staying. Here the artificial intelligence aligns with my device. On the left side is the technical device using this different type of frequency, and the right side how it's aligned with the software artificial intelligence avatar on device app to assist with the therapy and dissemination. Here I asked why I integrated, because the integration of AI will analyze, will give the real-time monitoring, will sharing all the knowledge and in the further innovation, will evaluation metrics will determine patient outcome, economic outcome, and health healthcare providers support to prevent future pandemic and endemic. Investment is now in the first stage, and what they said before, the leaders and the excellency about the innovation, which is need to be invested in the innovation and convert it to reality. We need the investment needed because we are in the first step. We still have the prototype stages, so we have to do other investment needed, and the device represent the opportunity to invest in the growing healthcare market, which exceeds $100 billion.
Doctor, I think
here is the name of my device is Gene, which is potential for widespread clinical use, advantage over traditional. And for further question, here is my email for any questions. Sorry for this little bit longer than the minutes I have to take. Shukran, Dr. Alayla.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rania. And would you please stop sharing so the next speaker can start sharing the screen? Share ايش يا دانا بسلام. The screen is clear and my voice is clear, right? طيب.
Yes.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. I'll be your next speaker. I'm Leila Bahammam, professor and consultant of endodontics from the Faculty of Dentistry at King Abdulaziz University, and I'm a head of the Technology Transfer Administration at the Center of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. I'm going to talk about a successful innovation experience. I would like to start with the position of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in the area of innovation. In the past few years, according to the Global Innovation Index, we ranked 66 among 132 countries. And later in 2022, we ranked 51st. Then in last year, 2023, we ranked 48. So we have improved our ranking each year. Also, the Kingdom performance in the World Intellectual Property Index was 100%, and we had the second place among countries of the Middle East and North Africa in intellectual property rights. Also, 4 of our universities were among the top 100 worldwide university granted U.S. utility patents last year. These were King Fahd University of Petroleum and Minerals, Al-Imam Abdurrahman bin Faisal University, King Abdulaziz University, and Al-Amir Mohammed bin Fahd University. So these are the patents that were issued or granted outside the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. There are other applications applied to the Saudi Authority for Intellectual Property, or SAIB, and those applications is increasing each year. And last year only, the patent application were more than 7,000 applications, and regarding industrial designs, nearly 2,000 applications. So as you can see, this reflects the creative capability of the Saudi citizen, as well as their talent. Also, the investment of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in the area of education and innovation. All of you heard about our Vision 2030 and how it gives innovation and invention a great deal, because we know that this is the base of knowledge economy. Our kingdom provides us with all the necessary knowledge and skills in order to serve our nation. For example, we included in intellectual property in public education curricula, SAIB, or Saudi Authority for Intellectual Property. Last year only, they trained more than 15,000, nearly 17,000 trainees in different aspects of intellectual property, and these are free courses for everybody. So this increases the application of the intellectual property each year. As you can see, This is in Arabic. I took it from the other side. For example, patents, more than 7,000. Designs, I said, around 2,000. Copyrights, more than 105,000. العلامات التجارية اللي هي logos, trademarks, more than 45,000. So this is the number of Saudi patents. What are the technical fields of these patents? According to our Ministry of Education, in the last few years, they did a search and a BATSNAP, and they found that the technical fields of patents that were owned by or are owned by the 27 Saudi public university were in all areas of science, in dentistry, medicine, data analysis, chemistry, physics, in all aspects. It's not in one and leaving the other scientific fields. In our university, King Abdulaziz University, we support researchers and inventors through Center of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. And we follow some strategies in order to increase the number of patents and maintain our level among the top 100 top 100 worldwide universities having US patent. First of all, we encourage interdisciplinary collaboration. And the more collaboration between different disciplines, the more creative ideas we have and patentable ideas. Also, we strengthen our TT office. TT office, and this is very important in each university to have a strong technology transfer office, because it provides resources, funding, answer all the questions needed by the researchers, the inventors, students, and faculty, and support them in order to achieve their goals. Also, we provide education and training to faculty, students, to know. First of all, we wanted to foster a culture of innovation. So we introduced patents. What is patent? And then what are the patentable ideas? Okay, these are beautiful ideas. Are they patentable or not? And then we explain to them how to protect their ideas. So they have all the information needed in order to be inventors. Also, we create innovative labs and mark space, and this is very important for the researchers, faculty, or students to test their ideas, perform their research, and also build their prototypes and test it before they introduce it to the market. Also, we build partnership with industry, and this is very important because we identify problems in the industry and then we try to solve it in our labs, and then this provides support, resources, and future commercialization of our products. Also, we support students' entrepreneurship by business incubators, accelerators, so they can take their ideas and improve it and make it marketable products. Also, we facilitate networking opportunity by organize events and invite investors, industry people, so they will have collaboration and work together in order to achieve it's a win-win situation and achieve their goals. We monitor and assess our outcome, and this is very important for TTO offices to check their process, if it needs an adjustment, advances, change in some protocols to achieve the desired goal. Also, we promote successful stories, and this will help others or inspire others to be inventors. We integrate IP education into curricula, so we build a new generation of students that can patent their idea, and by this we have more patents. Also, we provide seed fundings for researchers to work on their research from the beginning and invent and become inventors. Also, we create incentives. We and this to help the and encourage the faculty to work more in their invention. Also, it will help others to be encouraged to be, I mean, to be inventors. Also, we included patents in scientific promotion. Most of faculties think of their promotion. So once it is included in the promotion, so they can work on their patents, and at the end, they get something out of it regarding their promotion. We publish a yearly report also to encourage our inventors. We have their inventor's name, their invention. So it's a kind of recognition and inspire others to pursue the same thing. Also, we honor them at an annual ceremony, also to encourage and inspire others. So why to invent? For the inventor, invention offers intellectual fulfillment, financial gain, recognition, a sense of legacy, and the ability to push the boundaries of knowledge and creativity. And for the institution, invention provides competitive advantages, revenue generation, attraction of top talents, and opportunity to build culture of innovation. They also contribute to the institution reputation, social impact, and long-term strategic positioning. At the end, I would like to say that invention is a process. You don't get there overnight. It's this process needs effort, time, and money in order to achieve what we want. Also, the collaboration of all forces in order to achieve the desired goal. And thank you very much. This is my contact, and I'm going to stop sharing to go to the next speaker. Just a moment. Our next speaker is Dr. Muhammad Chaudhary. He is associate professor from Kuwait University, Civil Engineering Department. Welcome, Dr. Chaudhary.
Thank you so much, Professor Laila. So I will start sharing my screen.
Yeah, please.
So can you see my screen, my talk?
Yes, your voice is clear and the screen is clear.
Okay, so let me just move this button here. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you so much, Dr. Hanadi, Professor Laila, for providing me this opportunity to come and talk on this forum, very prestigious forum for something which is related with student learning. Okay, I'm in the Civil Engineering Department of Kuwait University, and this talk will be about the effective strategies to improve student learning in undergraduate mechanics courses. So usually the mechanics courses, which are like statics, dynamics, and materials, these are the basic engineering science courses, and usually they are very large class courses. And this is the first course which the students take after they come from the College of Science. So this is kind of a transition from science to engineering science. So these courses basically are a prerequisite for opening the discipline-specific courses. And usually students struggle in these courses because of the transition from science to engineering. And usually they have high failure rate. So our motivation of using the different strategies is to increase the student success in courses by engaging them in some non-traditional hands-on learning activities and motivating the student for independent learning and encouraging them to learn from their own mistakes in a non-threatening way. So this is very important that the students, when it is not always that we give them a quiz and at the end of the quiz, they have some marks which are taken away. So they feel it threatened that they are kind of afraid of trying or attempting these. So we are trying to make these like they learn from their mistakes, but the way should be non-threatening, but rather rewarding. Instead of threatening, it should be rewarding. And usually the traditional way of checking homeworks or quizzes is that the students turn it in and then the instructor give it back maybe after a couple of days. So there is a time lag between the students have learned that content, has been tested and given the feedback. Okay, so this lags also kind of disconnects these students from the content. So I mean, by making these instant feedback is provided in these methods such that the students can learn immediately from their mistakes. The other thing is that if by providing these kind of methodologies, which is web-based and which is automatical grading, the instructor time is freed up and the instructor is now free to develop more content or make more office hours available for student interaction. And at the same time, it also reduces the burden of grading for the instructors or the TA. So in this talk, I will talk about 3 strategies which we adopted in these courses. Number 1 is that we use a methodology which is like the animated instructions. Then again, I mean, this is like a new way, and then we go back to the basics. That is like old traditional way of teaching statics and mechanics. That is using the graphical techniques, which are more hands-on. Okay, instead of technology, we'll be using more hands-on techniques. And the third is the automatically graded practice problems. So first of all, I would like to talk about these animated learning tools. So these tools are not very new. They have been kind of in development since the early 2000s. And most notable of these tools, which is for the mechanics and statics, is a package which is called MD Solids by Dr. Philpott from Missouri University of Science and Technology. So this software, it has animated learning tools, tutorials, as well as problem-solving techniques from all the topics which are usually covered in statics or mechanics of material courses. So this is the screenshot when you open the MD Solids package, and it can give you like a problem library based on different chapters, how to analyze truss structures, axial forces which are indented, the general analysis for axial torsion and beam-like problems, torsion alone, determinate beams, bending stresses, section properties, column buckling analysis, pressure vessels, combined loading, and Mohr circle. It has 3 parts. One is the help, which is a very extensive help. Each and every topic has its help chapters. So if the students even want to learn, I mean, if they are in a certain package and they need to get a background of the theory, that they can open up the help documents. And then these are the main modules which are going to solve the problems. And then there are certain animated learning tools in this package, which is these animated learning tools, which called the Mac movies. Okay, so this has different games and learning tools which the students can use to interact and get some certain concepts understood. Okay, so for example, if they want, I mean, like this is for a beam shear problem, that they will be given this screenshot, and they have different, like 4 different tries, and they will be asked what is the shear here, what is the shear here. They enter their values. If it is not correct, they will get this indicator here that it is not correct, and then you can do another try. Once your try is correct, you will be given this as a reward, the shear moment diagram, as well as you will be given certain points to play that game. So again, one more concept which usually is students struggle with is the centroid. So this game is just to give them a concept that, okay, where the centroid will be for this shape, above this line or below this line. Okay, so they have just kind of guess based on the area. So they just guess above or below, and then they get some rewards on this. Okay, so if you choose below, you will get this correct 25 points, and this game will go on. The other concept, which is a very nice concept here, is learning about the Mohr circle and the stress in 2D elements. Okay, so this game is slightly advanced, but the thing is, if the students get this, they will be rewarded in the correct learning of the idea of the stresses on a 2D element, as well as how the rotation of the axis is going to change the stresses. Okay, so here you pick it, whatever is correct, and then you will be rewarded with certain points over here. Again, here is one more problem, and this is usually the Poisson's ratio problem. Usually students find it slightly difficult that how to deal with it, that once I apply this force, then how the length is going to increase and the width is going to decrease. Okay, so this is the basic idea of the Poisson's ratio. So here is like a problem for calculating the numbers. So you give these numbers based on whatever is your problem, and you will hit the compute button, and you will find that what are the different values of the contraction or the elongation in the specimen. This is again Mohr circle. Okay, for a given element, how to find out the principal planes, the maximum shear plane, also the absolute maximum shear plane, which is this orange line over here. So this is instant generation, and the students can benefit from the visual presentation of and immediate presentation of these results. Again, this is a strain rosette, okay, slightly advanced concept, but it can be solved as well. And if you want to find out what are the different failure modes, that if you have this stress condition, then using different stress failure theories, whether this specimen has failed or not. If the specimen is marked outside of this failure surface, then it has already failed and the factor of safety is quite low, it is less than 1. And then you can use it using these 4 different types of failure theories, find out the factor of safety. And here is again, this is kind of a movie within there, that the whole game is that you are going to rotate this axis, okay, using this button or the arrow keys on your keyboard. This axis is going to move, and these blue arrows, they will be showing different stresses. Your target in this game is to find out the orientation of this axis such that this blue arrow, which is a tension stress, is the maximum. So here a certain screenshot that now if I go to 28.8 degrees, this is 72. Okay, then if I go to 56.27, this is 100 megapascals. If I just increase that to 60.62, the stress decreases. So this means I have already found out where my optimum or the maximum stress is, which is the principal stress of 100. Okay, and here once you hit that number, okay, you will be given this reward and all the other details. So one more question, one more concept which is quite tedious for the student to find out is in the calculation of the shear stresses, the parameter Q. What is the A in this? What is the area to be used in the shear stress calculations? Okay, so here again, this is, you need to, this will be all blue, and you need to kind of click that this is the area which will be producing which is to be used for Q. And then if you are right, you will be given the indicator that you are right. Otherwise, you need to revise it again. And next, again, being based on the direction of the shear is this way, or the shear is along the other axis. It will vary the shapes as well for different type of shape, the direction of the shear, and So this is a nice game which the students can play and then find out and clear their concept. Again, the one more concept is related to the centroid, how to find the centroid. Okay, so this game they can again play and then get feedback immediately to see that what would be the values of this missing parameters in these three boxes. Okay. Then the second technique we use over here is that we go back to the basic and use the graphical techniques, because these are the hand-on experiences for which students will get a feeling of what they are doing, and they are not going to be just lost in mathematics. So, for example, if they have to find the resultant of these two vectors, so just draw these vectors to a certain scale, draw the vectors, the magnitude as well as the direction to a scale, and then using the triangle law, you can find out the resultant and its direction just using the graphical techniques without using any mathematics. Again, similarly here, if you need to decompose a force into its two components along the axis, the same technique can be also used without using the algebra or the geometry. Okay, so this is more concepts related to the to finding the moment. Okay, in which the moment will be just like this force multiplied by this perpendicular distance. So when these graphical techniques give them this reinforcement that how they are going to find just this perpendicular distance. Okay, the same problem, and these are the problems which are related to the Mohr circle, but now hands-on, not using the empty solids. Okay. So the third item which we do is the automatically graded practice problem, because practice makes perfect. So this is like a non-threatening way that we give the student 5 opportunities to solve a problem in a given time. Okay, and there are many online available tools by the publishers, like there is Mastering Engineering by Pearson and Connect by McGraw-Hill. But the thing is, when students need to buy those content. Okay, so but we develop these contents here using the Moodle platform in civil engineering department. So basically we started this platform in the COVID pandemic for making our exams. But after the pandemic, we converted it into a online homework platform for statics and strength of material courses. And we have a pool of more than 200 questions, and we use it for in-class or homework assignment in the Moodle. So in the Moodle, the questions are in the question bank, okay? And there is, for example, this is the question I am developing, okay? And we can input all the images in Moodle problem. We need to kind of program at the back end using some random variables, because we can specify. So each and every time the student or different students, they attempt this problem, they will be given a value of this variable, which is f, okay, from 1000 to 1400 with an interval of 50. So it will be a randomized variable. So all these randomized variables will be generated, and the answers will be programmed in global variables. So this is the language in which we kind of input all these random variables here. So these random variables are put in the problem statements. And then you can see when I open this, these random variables will be changed to these numbers that randomly generated for each and every attempt. And then the students put in their answers here. If it matches within a specified range, I mean, we can specify that, okay, he can have like a 5% margin or in the calculation error. So if it is within, yeah, okay. So I'm already wrapping it up. So this is the student performance. I mean, we give, and you can see, when we give 5 attempts, and usually students, by the time they do 5 attempts, most of them, they are able to achieve 100% performance. So the impact is this project is still in our second year of operation. We are in the process of gathering the statistical data to find out whether this techniques has helped our student and how much it has helped our students. Okay, so this is some bibliography which is related to this topic. Extensive bibliography is available. And thank you so much for your time. And if you have any questions, you can contact me on my email. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer those questions as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Would you please stop sharing so we can start sharing? Okay. Now our last presenter, the last but not the least, Dr. Rana Hashim Al-Hibshi. She is a general dentist from King Abdulaziz University, and she's gonna share her experience, a successful, innovative experience when she was a student.
Thank you so much, Dr. Leila, for the introduction. I'm just going to share my slides. Okay, is my voice clear? Is my voice clear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so I'm Dr. Dan Al-Hibshi, as Dr. Leila said. I'm a general dentist, and this is my story behind my invention. My story has an unusual start. I entered a robotics competition due to my love for robotics, and it was the first LEGO League, which is the FLL. And it's a competition for students ranging from the age of 9 up to 16. And if I recall correctly, the competition has both middle school and high school students. So the competition itself is divided into two parts: building the robots and programming the robot, which is the reason why I entered the program. And the other part was solving solutions. And the solution for that year was, the theme of that year was senior solutions, and we had to find solutions for senior citizens. So the first thing we had to do was find a problem for the elderly. And we started brainstorming. We thought of all the people that are around us. Some of them have financial security. Some of them feel lonely. Others are having trouble finding care. And some of them have difficulty performing everyday tasks. And that is the one thing that we decided to focus on. So we decided to focus on the last point, which is difficulty performing everyday tasks. And we started noting down what they might find difficult. Preparing food, cooking meals because of their old age. We also were thinking about them doing laundry and their mobility issues. We then came up with a very long list, and we wanted to narrow it down even more. So we thought of one of our friends' grandmothers who has Tremor's disease, and I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with the disease or not, so I'm going to give you a brief about it. It is a disease that causes involuntary and rhythmic shaking, and it can affect almost any part of your body, but it's seen mostly in the patient's extremities and their hands. And our friend's grandmother was facing problems opening doors. That was her main concern when we were asking her about her everyday tasks. So we were thinking about everything that was modified to help the elderly when it comes to the doors. So normal hinges were replaced with offset hinges. This gives them 2 more inches of access. Replacing doorknobs with lever style, it helps them with holding the lever and turning the doorknob. But nothing was really helping them inserting the key into the lock. So we thought of the problem, and we tried making prototypes that might help with solving the problem. We came up with this funnel-shaped model, which was made out of clay, and we made it funnel-shaped so it can direct the key into the slot. After making our prototype, we made another one using metal, and we placed it on the door to actually try it with our friend's grandmother. And this is a picture from all the sides. We then thought of modifying this prototype, and we came up with another idea. Why not divide the device itself and make it into two parts. One that rotates with the key and the other one that's fixed on the door. That was solving a problem that also the patients may face, because there was a 5 mm difference between the area that was not moving with the key. We also use trace principles, some of which are copying, which we replaced the keyhole metal with an inexpensive alternative. We also use cheap, short-living objects where we can make the device itself using plastic or any other material that is inexpensive, and nesting doll, where we placed a small funnel inside the bigger funnel, and the dynamics where the smaller funnel was turning with the key. The last thing we did was trying the prototype. And I don't think I mentioned this before, but when we asked our friend's grandmother about regular locks and if she was able to even insert the key herself, she always told us that she always needed assistance to open locks. And when we did our solution, it only took her 3 seconds to insert the key inside the lock. And then I applied for the industrial model, and I was granted the industrial model from the Saudi Patent Office for my idea. And thank you so much for listening.
Okay, thank you, Dana, for your presentation. We have 3 minutes to wrap our session. If any of the speakers would like to add anything, we still have 3 minutes. If not, we can end our session. Dr. Muhammad and Dr. Rania, Dr. Chaudhary, is there anything you would like to say?
For me, I would like to tell that the invention, the one I introduced, is a summary of everything previously mentioned by the leaders and the excellencies, bringing this direction into reality. The difference lies between talk and actual innovation, which is the real test of direction. Then comes the adoption and support for the researcher bringing the discovery to life.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rania. I think we by this we can conclude our session.